Hey guys, this is Anime Z here, and today we're going to be doing the 8th part of What If Goku Could Control his Oozaru Form. I really thank you guys for the support of this What If, and I really do like making it. I've actually almost finished scripting the entire thing for Dragon Ball Z, and I'm probably going to take a break from the What If, catch up with Dragon Ball Super, and then continue it on. I know quite a lot about Dragon Ball Super since I've watched it, but it's like a fading memory. I need to catch up with it again for me to be on top with the What If. There's nothing much else I want to say in the intro, so without further ado, let's get into the video.
Winter time, all the time, ooh, yeah. Look at the way that I move, swag, disrespectful and I'm rude, okay. I had cocaine in the school.
The time ends and the time for the androids has come. Goku's power level has reached new heights, and with his wrathful form in almost full control now, he can really amp up his battle prowess. The Technicals, Krillin, Tien and Yamcha have all gained masses of power. They can all handle at least Kaioken times 30, and their base power levels have to have all surpassed 90 million by now. It's hard to give a specific number since we don't know how strong they were during this time, but I'm just going to say that minimum they're 90 million. Vegeta has gained access to grade 2 and 3 but not Super Saiyan 2. He has been training in solitude but has been training very hard. Piccolo has been training on his own, but has mainly been just meditating and training his technique. The Technicals have now overtaken him when it comes to technique and battle skill, but this doesn't make him feel worse. He can handle Kaioken times 50, so he can basically handle Super Saiyan levels of power for a short period of time. These groups of friends are far stronger than before. Chiaotzu has been training lightly and has raised his power level to about 30,000. He can do Kaioken times 5, so he has a power level of about 150,000 with Kaioken. This is equal to Kid Gohan as he got his potential unlocked, which isn't that bad as he's been off training for many years now. The group then go to the location that Trunks gave them to find the androids. Once they meet, they all look very different. Tien has a beard and wears a cloak, Krillin and Yamcha have much better physiques, and Piccolo has a much calmer demeanour. Goku and Gohan look similar, but Gohan has got considerably taller. Once they arrive at the scene, Yamcha meets Dr. Gero. However, things go much different than in canon. Dr. Gero merely raises his arm and tries to kill him, but he dodges the strike with a technical flip and lands gracefully. Dr. Gero gets slightly irritated and just releases a ki blast. Yamcha dodges it by predicting the attack, and a building behind him crumbles. He makes a strong and sturdy stance, and Dr. Gero does the same. Their punches clash and Dr. Gero clearly has the advantage. Yamcha falls back quickly and flies up a building. Dr. Gero slams into it and it just breaks and crumbles. Yamcha flies right into the building and predicts where his opponent would be. Dr. Gero is slammed out of the building and sent hurling into another one. Yamcha stays firm in his strong flight, and Dr. Gero is annoyed at how he's been able to try and face him. He beams up and destroys the ground that he jumped off of. He throws a punch, but Yamcha catches it and says Kaioken times 10! His aura blazes red, amping up his body as if he has the wrathful form. However, I could definitely say that the power is much more unstable and doesn't last anywhere near as long. He swivels around and throws Dr. Gero into the already crumbled building. He raises one hand and releases his spirit ball. It falls into the building and explodes once it touches a hard surface. The whole building vaporizes from the attack, and Dr. Gero is gravely injured. Yamcha flies down and slams him into the ground, almost completely crushing his body. He punches in his head and rips one of his arms off. He punches him twice and throws his dangling arm away. He kills Dr. Gero with a vaporizing blast and flies up and into the air to meet a flying Android 19. Oh, so you want to have some of this fun too? Yamcha says with confidence. Android 19 says, I will have no problem destroying you. Tien blurs behind him with the red aura of Kaioken times 15. Android 19 turns only to have its head severed with a single swipe. The group think they have dealt with the androids. Trunks arrives at the scene and says, you destroyed the androids already? Wait, these aren't the androids. Tien and Yamcha's auras fade away, and Tien says, what do you mean, they're right here? Trunks says, no, they look different, we need to find the real ones. Goku and Gohan arrive, as well as Krillin and Piccolo. They see that the androids have been found, but Trunks explains again that they aren't them, so they try to find the place where the actual androids are being kept. They search the partially vaporized body of Dr. Gero to look for any clues. They find nothing, and they do the same with 19. Then they search over a larger area. They can do so much quicker than in canon since they are much stronger. Vegeta arrives and says, where are the androids? Tien says, we're looking for them so we can destroy them. Vegeta says, good, I'll destroy them first. He speeds ahead of Tien, and Tien goes faster to try and catch up with him. He catches up to Vegeta and then diverts from his line of motion. They continue the search, then Goku finds a massive pile of hidden rocks and passages with Piccolo. They search quickly, then Piccolo pops up several blasts of ki. They rain down on the area and completely open it up. There they see a single rock pile up with some metal stuff integrated into it. They fly towards the place and find the area. He lands on the rock ahead of him and breaks open the lab with a single punch. He walks in and notices several different chambers housing the current androids. The group saw the masses of blasts, so they all huddle around that area. They all find the little lab and arrive at the scene collectively. Trunks storms forwards past the group and sees the androids almost asleep in their chambers. He breaks the protective glass and pulls their bodies out. He takes Android 16 out too and sees them all looking dead at their feet. He says, "We need to destroy this place." Vegeta goes Super Saiyan and says, "I'll happily do so." He raises one hand and everyone zooms out of the area. He releases his super big bang attack and it hits into the androids' bodies. They all explode and vaporize under the power of the blast. The androids are completely vaporized and done with. Trunks is very pleased that they were able to neutralize them before they were released, and they just leave the area being happy that they succeeded with their mission. Soon after this event takes place, Cell is revealed and he has come for the androids. He doesn't find them so far, so he just absorbs the humans that surround him. Piccolo, while meditating on the lookout, feels a clump of life force in a certain direction fading by the second. He stands and then they says, "What's the matter?" He says, "I feel that people are dying. I don't like this feeling. I'm going down there." Kami stops Dende from trying to stop him and he says, "Just let him go. I'm sure he can handle it." He zooms down from the sky and uses Kaioken times 5 to amp his speed up even more. He arrives at the scene and meets Cell head on. "Where are the androids?" Cell asks, furious with his almost futile act of absorbing humans. Cell feels the power coming from him and notices that he definitely won't have a problem with him. However, Piccolo ups his power to Kaioken times 10 and he punches Cell once. He shatters his ribs and he goes flying back. Piccolo zooms forward and stabs his hand through his heart directly. Cell tries to absorb Piccolo as his dying effort, but his snatch is dodged. He is hit with the special beam cannon and he dies from the powerful piercing attack. Cell dies from the attack, then Piccolo looks around. He sees and feels no human life force in the area. He launches a ki blast at the ground and flies up to the sky. A massive destructive explosion is released and Cell is neutralized before he can even try to get stronger. He smiles and just flies over to Goku's place to inform them of what's happened. Krillin and Trunks find the underground lab of Present Cell and are confused by what it is. They don't even know what it is and they just destroy it with a simple energy wave. They exit the area and without even knowing it have completely neutralized the current threat from both cells. Trunks thanks the group for being so compliant in destroying the androids. Vegeta is just annoyed that he couldn't fight. But let's be serious, if he actually did fight the androids, he wouldn't have got any fun out of it. This means that they don't even have to go into the hyperbolic time chamber to get stronger. Trunks does decide to go in there with Piccolo though, since he wants to get strong enough to face the androids of his time. He also gains Kaioken from the smart teacher Piccolo and they gain a much stronger bond. He eventually parts ways with the group as their mission is done. He says, "Thank you, everyone." The Technicals all standing in a line thank him. Goku says, "It's alright, we'll be free to help again wherever we can." Trunks nods and leaps into his time travelling ship. He waves back at the group below him and he makes his exit back to his timeline. I'd say that he's slightly weaker than his canon self since he was in less battles and only trained with Piccolo. However, he was a much stronger opponent to deal with. When he returns, he believes he will have to put in no effort to destroy those maniacal robots. The built-up anger from what they've done in his new power really proves to be problematic for the two android siblings. Once he arrives and faces the androids, he isn't willing to hold back in the slightest. 18 launches a powerful energy wave, but Trunks dodges it by simply moving his head out of the way. He launches a ki blast and almost destroys 17 with that attack alone. He clenches his fist and says Kaioken times 25. His power roars out and oozes across the ground, arriving at the android's feet. Android 17 is destroyed with a single punch. Trunks turns and releases a massive energy wave to completely vaporize 18. He falls back and is happy that he has destroyed the androids that caused him so much suffering. He finds Cell soon after and faces him head on. He starts the battle with a forearm clash and Cell seems to be a harder opponent than the androids. He grabs Cell's arm and rips it off by just pulling. He kicks Cell back, then runs forward and kicks him further back. A red aura of Kaioken times 25 engulfs him and his power increases to new heights. He raises both arms and makes several quick hand movements. Big burning attack. He launches the blast and it hurls towards Cell. It hits into him and just vaporizes Cell once it hits him. All current threats are neutralized and he is happy about such. He hasn't even had to go Super Saiyan at all to defeat these opponents. 7 years pass and Gohan hasn't quit his training. The thrill from fighting and the wrathful form constantly fueling him with the same instinct to fight really does show his true power. He eventually surpasses an alive Goku. Goku and Gohan gain Super Saiyan and Vegeta is already well into having Super Saiyan 2. Gohan has been focusing on trying to use his theorized Super Saiyan wrathful form. He believes that it is attainable and is trying very hard to accomplish it. Goku is the second strongest and can just about use grade 2. The Technicals also haven't slowed down. They have been training the hardest by far. They can all handle Kaioken times 100 and have learned the Spirit Bomb from Piccolo. Yamcha now has the Spirit Bomb Ball. It's basically a Spirit Bomb that he can control as a Spirit Ball. Tien has his Neo Tri-Beam and also the Super Tri-Beam. Krillin has been able to use a powerful technique that he calls Spirit Human. It's basically where he just absorbs the power of the Spirit Bomb and gains massive power. I'd say it gives him a multiplier that ranges from 5 to 15 times. It also gives him a squeaky clean icy blue aura. He can also add Kaioken on top of this with little difficulty. So that will conclude the 8th part of what if Goku could control his Oozaru form. This has been a really fun one to make and I can't wait to show you guys how strong these guys are in the Buu Saga. I couldn't believe how Goku just controlling his Oozaru form can really make everyone else stronger. If you guys liked the video then please give it a like, it really supports the video and the channel. If you guys want to be notified of the next parts of this what if then you could subscribe and turn on post notifications. This what if is going to be coming to an end very soon. Well, not really an end, but there's going to be a break on it. I'm probably going to start continuing what if Gohan turned Super Saiyan against Vegeta. Then I'm probably going to start a Naruto what if. Maybe what if Naruto was a Saiyan remastered, but I'll ask you guys again, and if you guys want a different what if to be made, I'll surely make that for you. Maybe an MHA what if. If you guys want an MHA what if, I'll definitely make that as well. But all of the things that I'm talking about right now won't be coming anytime soon. Probably a month plus from now. Thanks so much for watching and I'll see you in the next video.